What's up? Doing alright, bro?
You know me.
How's this fucking cold treating you?
About the same as always, you know.
Fucking Houston's weather, man, it's garbage.
I mean, honestly, no matter the weather, as long as I got a beer in my hand, I'm good.
Well, today, our first guest is here today for the first time. It is exciting, nervous.
Woo!
Man, everybody welcome that boy Kringe.
Yeah.
Hey.
Say what's up, bro.
up?
Say what's up.
What's up, guys? How you feeling?
You doing alright, bro?
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for having me, bro. I'm
Thank you
actually
for
really
coming,
excited.
bro.
How's it right down here?
It was cool, bro. I mean, like I said, before I grew up out here, so like once we hit the main roads, it was nothing. Because I've done it so many times.
That boy pulled up on a good whip, too.
Did I?
You're talking about somebody that's riding a Silverado, bro.
Nah, Silverado's tight.
That's tight. For a Mexican, it's
Yeah,
a decent ride, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially living in Houston, you need it with all these floods.
Hell yeah, bro. Honestly, whenever the Harvey happened, Hurricane Harvey, nothing but lifted trucks on the road. They saved so many people, so hell yeah.
Yeah.
Did your area get hit pretty good?
Bro, just fucked up. I was out here, and over here wasn't that bad, but that happened the exact night that I think it was a Floyd Mayweather fight with Floyd
that's
and
right.
Conor
Yeah.
McGregor. So
Yeah.
everyone's like, it's gonna be bad, but they always say it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
So like we're like, oh, it's not gonna be bad. Fuck it, we can go downtown and watch the fight, and we got stuck for 4 days.
Oh, man. 4 days.
Four
Damn, in
fucking
downtown?
days. Yeah, like
Damn.
it wasn't downtown. It was around Pasadena or some shit. Something like that, but it got fucked. We couldn't drive, and my uncle's truck went under his. It was an SUV, Mercedes SUV went underwater.
Oh,
A bunch of shit. It was bad.
Damn,
So we got stuck
SUV?
for 4 days. Yeah, we got stuck for 4 days. Well, because the fucking. I love my uncle, but he's a dumbass. Fucking the roads are so shitty out here. It's the road went down and up, and all he seen was flat water. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna just floor it. Like, I'll be good. He floored it. Fucking car went down, and it was a whole thing. I'm like, bro, you're an idiot, bro.
That's what happened to that one lady, no? Downtown in Galleria area, that stripper that passed away. She thought
Oh
she
my
was going to
God.
make it. Didn't you hear about that?
Nah, I don't know about that, but I just know a couple years back before Harvey hit, I was with a friend of mine. He was throwing his birthday party, whatever, in his garage and stuff. But it's just that his area gets flooded bad, real bad. And so, next thing you know, the streets started flooding real bad. A couple of my guys, they were like, shit, they started panicking. They were like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just go home. Man, next thing you know, they come back like in 5 minutes because the other streets were already even more flooded. So when they came back, one of my guys was driving Cameron. Guess what happened?
You got stuck.
Yeah, he got stuck right in front of the street too. Guess what else happened? He got so stuck that his bumper ended up coming off the car.
You should have just used it as a boat.
Bro, I had to go fish it out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, hell no, bro. Hell yeah. The fucking Houston's weather's just shitty sometimes, man. Man, tell us a little bit about yourself, bro. For those who are listening who don't know you.
My bad, I just burned.
Nah, you're good. It's your house, man.
I'm an artist, man. I'm a Houston artist trying to tell my story and because to anybody who's listening out there. So
Yeah, I've seen a couple of your posts, man. The songs you write, they're deep, man. Those lyrics.
well, I mean, like everybody feels like they're special and that whatever happens to them at some point in your life, you feel like everything's happening to you, the whole world's against you, but we all go through the same shit. Like,
That's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to start the podcast, just because I think that a lot of people have stories. Everybody has a story, just nobody to listen to. And especially with the artists, like a lot of artists, man, they have a deep, deep story. And most of them come from their inner self, you know what I mean? And most of the lyrics that I've heard from one of your songs, the one where you're talking about that you forgot your lyrics and all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's a good song, man.
Well, you could point out any like lyrics I've ever done, and there's like a story behind it. So like, I never felt when I first started, bro. I was trying to like find myself, and I would try to make what I thought people wanted to hear. So like, I tried to make like some tough guy shit. I tried to make some like just a bunch of bullshit. Then after a while, like I never felt comfortable in my skin and doing what I was doing, and I was always embarrassed when people would put my music on. After a while, it's just like, bro, only thing that feels good is to tell my story, to what like the shit that I go through. Let me just talk about it, bro. And then once I started experimenting with that, because I thought nobody would give a fuck. once I started doing that, it's when people would start DMing me like, damn, bro, like, that spoke to me. I actually went through the same shit. Then after a while, I was like, oh, we really all go through, like, similar shit. So that's why, like, everything I write, it's a scenario that happened in my life. Even if it's an aggressive song that sounds just like fun and ignorance, there's still some story behind it, like, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you just feel like, you put yourself out there in front of other people, and from there, people listening will always relate to you some way, one way or another, pretty much.
Yeah, and I feel like the reason I brought up with the name, the Millennial Meltdown, is because we're millennials. Are you a millennial?
I don't know. I'm 26.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're a millennial. So Millennial Meltdown is pretty much. We came up with the name. Millennials, our age group, are going through a phase now where we don't know what we are, who we are, what we're going through. Like, we think it's the end of the world, and honestly, I think it's just part of life, bro. To be honest.
Yeah, not also that. I mean, we're coming from a Hispanic background, so it's a different thing from what our parents wanted and what we're growing up into.
So, yeah, I mean, the world fucking changed, so it definitely feels like that. Like, all the traditional ways of life that our parents were growing up with are just, like, going extinct.
Yeah.
So it for sure feels like end of the world to, like, all the people, especially, like, with me, like, doing music. My dad works in the refineries, and I worked with him in the refineries for a minute. My mom worked at a school, and that's all it was either refineries or you go to college for just something. They don't even know what the fuck, they're just, like, college, period, and they don't even know what it is. So especially with me doing music and shit, it was, like, scary as fuck. How the fuck are you gonna sustain a life like that? Mm-hmm. Like, making music in your bedroom. Like, for a while, they would argue with me. Like, I had strong resentment to my family for a really fucking long time because their way of saying I'm worried is talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I'm doing something, it'd be like, my dad would come home from work and be like, you still just fucking around on that laptop? And it's like...
And it discourages you, right? Like, you feel fuck, am I doing this right? Am I doing something to make them proud? It didn't discourage
me. It just made me, like, get angry with him, bro. Like, I was not going to slow down because I knew I was doing the right thing for me. But it just made me, like, mad, bro, at all the time. Because I'm like, you don't even like the refineries, dog. Everyone there, they're just like, man, fuck this job, bro. Like, hey, but I got to make that money. Why are you telling me to live like you, bro? Nah, I'm trying something different.
I heard this one word of advice, bro, that stuck to me like deep. It says, don't ever take advice from somebody that isn't living the way you want to be living. And that stuck with me because same way, dude, I worked in construction. I did construction for, I want to say 16 years. And it wasn't where I wanted to be. Every day I would show up miserable. And I worked in refineries too. I worked in a couple of refineries out here, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, dude, it's like you said, everybody was miserable. Everybody wanted to leave. Everybody wanted to rain out.
Hell yeah, everybody wanted to rain out. God damn. I seen one gray cloud. I was like, oh, shit, you see that?
Lightning alert.
That's when you download the app, you get the premium. And it starts telling you, oh, there's lightning like 9 miles away. We got
to... Yeah, dude, it's definitely bad. Like, I understand where you're coming from, bro, because same thing here. I grew up with Hispanic parents that they were taught to work. Like, the whole life was work. Like, that's what they're taught, which I understand,
Yeah.
But my thought was, I went through a period where I was struggling bad, bro. Bad. Like, I think I talked to you a little bit about it when we were playing Fortnite. And I just started thinking to myself, like, why am I following the footsteps that I know is not going to make me anywhere? What can I do to better myself? And I have immigrant parents, and being an immigrant myself, I started thinking to myself, like, okay, they brought me here to live a better life, to give my future a better life. Why am I holding myself back? Why am I living this lifestyle when I could be giving better to my future, not only my future, but my kids?
Well, I mean, because better life is a vague expectation. When somebody says, I want you to have a better life, they don't know what better life looks like. Better life could be you staying in here all day, making not much money, and doing interviews all day. That could be a better life for you. It's just such a vague statement. So when people are like, oh, I came out here to give you a better life. Well, what is better life? You don't even know what I want. Yeah. So for them, better life is what, more money? And then what? It's like...
And even when you make more money, you never stop wanting more. Like, no matter how much money starts coming in, you're never gonna be satisfied. I don't know if you ever heard that story of the guy that's like walking and he sees a guy on a bike and he's like, I wish I had a bike. And the guy on the bike sees, like it's an ongoing thing that
like, luckily I got people in my life. I got older people in my life that are like mentors to me that always like speak wisdom into me. So like a long time ago, maybe even a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, someone told me like if your goal is more, then you don't have a goal. You need like actual tangible things you can look at. Because if you just always want more, then you just always want more. That's something that never stops. You're gonna be a billionaire, 1 in 10 billion, and after that, it's just gonna keep going.
Right now that we're in the goal topic, what is your goal? Like, what is your biggest goal right now?
So when I first started, bro, like everybody, I want a record deal and I want to blow up. What the fuck does blow up mean? You got people that are Coi Leray level, which she's doing amazing, but then you got people that are Kanye level. Yeah. But then you got people that are Michael Jackson level. So like, what is blow up? So for me, I was like, I just want a record deal. And then early on, he put me on one of his tours he had early on, and I was performing with him, and we had a meeting with the A&R, and that was supposed to be the moment. Oh my God, in a room with an A&R, and I'm just sitting here sideline, experiencing the moment, and him talking about. He just kind of spit wisdom into us too about like a record deal and what that really is like and what that really does. Do you have a publicist? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have... No, we don't got none of that shit. We just want to blow up.
Yeah.
That don't mean anything.
It's like a demanding job pretty much.
No, but he's just saying like, you don't know what you want, bro, because blow up is not a goal. So for a while I wanted that. And then it turned into, well, I just want to live off my music. Okay, well then that's already happened a while ago. So now the goal to me, honestly, bro, it's not vague. It's simple. I want to be able to consistently put out the highest quality product as possible. Oh, that's my goal right now. So if I'm already living off my music, I'm already doing better than a lot of people trying to chase this. So right now, to sustain that, my goal is consistency at the highest quality I can. And then tangible things, I just want a house. I want to be at that point where I could get my house, and that's it, really. But other than that, like, I'm not putting a ceiling on myself, but like I'm already at a point where I'm living off the music. I'm happy with what I'm driving. I'm happy with where I'm staying. I'm reaching people. I just want to be able to scale it up.
So do you think nowadays the record label isn't a way to go, or is that a way that something might change? Because I know TikTok helps out a lot of artists nowadays.
Bro, TikTok is like so a lot of people got opinions on labels and never talked to a label. So luckily me, I went to LA, I talked to label people, I talked to a lot of people, and I got to sit on the inside for a little bit to see what it's really like. Labels aren't bad people. They're not. People just sign shitty deals. A deal can be anything you want it to be. You can negotiate anything how you want. It depends on the resources you need, and it depends on, do you actually know what you need? So I don't think it's a do or don't when it comes to a label. It's like, do you actually need it? And I think that's all it is. Like, when people are mad that they're just like, oh, label wants to pick up somebody that's already moving. Yeah, because you already got a fire going. They got the gasoline. They can fucking get it going. But if you don't even got the fire going and you're mad that they don't want to put gasoline on your whatever you have, bro, there's a strong chance that that's not going to do shit. And now they own your music that's not doing shit. And now what the fuck are you going to do?
So do you think that's the problem with a lot of smaller artists, that they want that, but they don't do the research of it? They don't take their time to take those steps to get into that level?
Nah, it's when people are looking at social media and they have this expectation that whenever they reach success, it'll look and feel that way. But the thing is, people are in so much specific situations. Yeah, you never know what's going on behind the scenes. I used to look at people's social media, and let's say somebody has 4,000 followers. I'll be like, how the fuck is he posted up with a Lamborghini in his music video, and how is he doing this, and how is he? And I used to be like, oh, there's no way. And I would look at social media and try to gauge someone's level of success, and then I would size it up with mine and be like, either he's not successful or I'm not successful. And it's just, none of this shit on social media is real. Like, I just posted a picture in front of this GTR Nismo. Beautiful ass car. And I had people DMing me, bro, you leveling up. I'm like, bro, that's my friend. That's my friend. He just pulled up to the shoot. That's not my whip.
I wanted to ask you. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so, like, people from the outside are looking in are just like, bro, like, that's success. That looks like success. Nah, that's just me posting a picture with my friend's car because I thought it was cool. So, like, I think the biggest our biggest problem with these artists or upcoming artists is they look at social media and try to size up what success is based off of the current position they're at. So, yeah.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about cars, man. I see that you're really into cars around here. I saw a couple of videos, and you have a couple of my buddies' cars on there.
Oh, no shit. Which ones?
The FRS, the bagged one, the red one, Jordan's FRS.
Okay.
Yeah, the blue BRZ from, what's his name? He's a YouTuber. And the Toyota Supra.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my buddies. That's, I don't know if you see that picture, Nikki13 and Jake Zilla. They're friends with them.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That was for the music video Allies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's dope. Bro, I'm big into cars. I had before this car, I had my first car was a Mustang GT, and I would throw that around, and then I crashed that, and then I bought another Mustang GT, and then that one just broke, and then and then we got this right here. So yeah, I love the car scene, bro. Like, I'm just big into it.
I think that's a common thing with Mustangs, no?
Yeah, bro, man, them cars. Look, I ain't even gonna try to defend that shit. Them cars are cheap, bro. I'm sure, like, the newer ones, like the 18s and plus, I'm sure those are good, but, like, them cars are cheap as fuck, and they're cheap to fix, so it's like a good ass like balance. But you throw them bitches break loose, and you seen them, they eat crowds and shit. That's no joke. That's no joke. I fucking almost went off road a few times, like.
When you say eat crowds, I just imagine, you're over there trying to do a donut in front of a crowd, and next thing you know, boop, boop,
well, if
boop.
you don't know what you're doing, bro, them cars, like, they break loose, they lose traction. When it rained, like, I was scared to take off in first gear, just in general.
Did you go to Texas 2K this past weekend?
No, I didn't. I had a music video 2 days ago, and I had some people I had that GTR Nismo and the other Chrome Blue. They were at Texas 2K, and they pulled up and then went back type shit, so I couldn't be there.
I see that you had friends with Houston Car Meets.
Bro, so, like, it's lit. A long time ago when it came to that music video Allies, I didn't know anybody. And I didn't know any friends that knew cars that weren't generic. Like, when you see an artist in a music video, like, you're going to see...
Lamborghini.
You're going to see a Lamborghini. You're going to see
Ferrari
a BMW i8. It's always going to be that. Or it's going to be a Hellcat. Or it's going to be a Trackhawk. Like, I already know I'm going to see that. And I was like, bro, like, that shit's kind of lame to me. Like...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but, like, if a Supra pulls up in a Lamborghini Huracan, I'm gonna go up to the Supra and be like, damn, what does he got in the hood? I want to go see what's up. So I just put on my story, I need cars, and my fans found them for me, and they're like, hey, there's this group called Houston Car Meets, and then the owners of the group just called me and were like, hey, you need some cars? And I was like, yeah, we need to throw a Kringe/Houston car meet for a music video. So we did, bro, and it looked like. For like 300 people came. It was pretty big. Right there in the mall. Is it Sharpstown Mall? Some shit like that.
The one right here on 59?
The one that's like...
I want to say it's the one on 59.
It's notorious for car meets, bro. And they used to have Johnny Dank's shop there.
Yeah.
Sharpstown.
So we did it there. And, bro, within an hour, shut down.
Yep.
Cars were smoking out, spinning. And I told him it was supposed to be a parking chill. And I was nervous because I was like, oh, no one's going to pull up. And Houston Car Meets was like, no, trust me. They're going to pull up. And they pulled up. And no one listened. And it was nuts. They were throwing their cars. It was fully smoked out. And we were with... I don't want to say their name. We were with some other car meets. With some other underground car groups. I don't want to say that. Because I know Houston Car Meets is legit. Like,
yeah.
But then we got, like, the takeover groups.
Oh, my God.
So the takeover groups pulled up. That's what happened. And then it fucked everything up. And we're like, fuck, bro. We got shut down. We moved over to a new spot, and Houston Car Meet said, hey, just to let you know, it's out of our hands now. Like, we had our car meet. Whatever happens now, it's not our problem. And I was like, all right, bet. We followed all the underground people. Bro, just crazy. Shut down. Another one, shut down. Another one, shut down. It was wild. And I'm not used to that. That was my first time being in that. So we got this big-ass camera. And I started going up to people, and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm shooting a music video. You want to be in my video? And they're all like, who are you? Why do you want to film my car? why you want to film my plates? I'm like, yo, chill. But everybody was real serious about that because they do that shit and they run from the cops and they probably got warrants and they're like, no, you can't film me. Nah, get the camera out of here. And they kept moving us. Nah, don't film here, bro. Like you're not welcome here. And it was intense, legit.
Yeah, those cars you picked were perfect though.
Now that was show cars. That was a whole different day because we had 2 days for it. So that day was show cars and it was just completely planned. We got approval from the owner of the lot. It was like just perfect. And the owner of the lot, I guess, I don't know, bro. A lot of people, I'm very respectful and like just regular when I talk to people. And I don't know, that throws people off sometimes because they think if you're, I guess, a big artist, quote unquote, like you got an ego to you, or you move a certain way, or you pull up 10 deep. And I'm not like that. So I was like, hey, I'm going to shoot a video here. I'm going to pull some cars. Cool, I guess, bro. Like, whatever. And he thought nothing of it. And when he was closing the shop, you saw all 6 of them cars, the Skylines, the Nismo, the FRS, the BRZ. And he came outside, he's like, what the fuck is this? I was like, oh, I told you I'm doing a video. He's like, yeah, but you didn't say you were doing like this. I was like, yeah, it's still a video. You just assumed that I'm not on shit. That's your problem. I told you I was going to do it. And then it was lit, bro. It was super cool.
That's fucking badass. You say Supra. So, you know your cars.
I mean, yeah, but like everyone knows Supra.
Yeah, of course. But like when you start bringing up maybe like under the hood stuff, like turbos and all that stuff, can you spot?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, I mean, yeah. I didn't own nothing even close to that. Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming you have to take a piss?
No.
I'm talking about Eddie.
Oh.
My boy is a fucking water tank, man.
Yeah, that way I could keep drinking.
That's funny. So, yeah, nah, bro. Like when they lift the hood up, I can see what's what, and I can look out and I can size up if someone's lined up. All right, I already know so and so is gonna take it, so and so's not. We're into that. My brothers too. Like all they watch is like just drag races and other shit.
That's sick.
So I'm into that.
So what car do you want? Like what's one dream car that you're like, fuck, you know what? Like, fuck the Lamborghini, fuck the Ferrari. Like, this is something that has to sit in my parking garage.
It gotta be the GTR. I mean, once I seen, like, that's what it was. Like, when I saw it, I was like, fuck, this is my dream car. My dream car always changes. But, like, that was always one. Like, I gotta have that. And then that blue one has 750 horsepower. They modified the engine. And he took me in it, and I was like, oh, bro, I gotta have this one day.
R34 or R35?
5.
35?
Yeah.
You like more of the newer round body then?
Well, I like both, but I think the other one's just what I liked initially. So, like, the other one's cool, bro, like, as fuck, actually. But I just, after I got, like, a newer car and I saw the interiors, I just kind of, I like newer interiors now.
I got you.
Yeah, and the P1.
A Pagani?
McLaren.
Oh, the McLaren?
McLaren P1.
McLaren?
That gotta be one, bro. Even though it's like, what is it, like 2 million?
Shit, I'm driving a Silverado, bro.
I think they're like 2 million. I'm gonna have that one day though. I seen it and I was like, bro, we're gonna have that. So like, I'll run down. These are my dream car collections. One day I will have all these cars. You can clip it. I'm gonna have these. I'm gonna have
manifest that shit, man.
I'm gonna have the 35. That's a given. I want the McLaren P1. I want a 488 Pista. I want that. I want the Plaid, but I also want the Model X. And then, dude, I don't know. I just want little cars I could throw around. So
a little bit of everything, pretty much.
Yeah, so I want shit like that, and then we'll probably, I don't know. Someone needs a daily at some point, but that's all I had. Oh, and then I do want a Trackhawk, actually.
A Trackhawk?
Yeah, so I do want a Trackhawk. So, I mean, that's like my dream collection, and then I don't really give a fuck after that. But, I mean, we're talking about that's like $4 million, $5 million deep, so, yeah.
Soon, bro, soon. You never know.
You said soon. Maybe like 3 years. Because you're not supposed to buy something unless you can buy it like 2-3 times. Yeah. I think it's like 3 times. Yeah, I think that's the rule. Yeah,
really?
So. Yeah. That's like a financial, like, safety net. Like, if you can't buy it like 3 times, like, you shouldn't buy it.
You see? At least he knows about his finance.
Yeah,
that's good.
Your finances, man.
So, like, if I had 100 bands, I would get a car that's like 18 grand max.
Yeah, because you just can't go all the way crazy, once you have money.
That's my problem, bro. I want something, I'm gonna fucking just save it and buy it.
Shit, I would too, but I learned my lesson with that.
Bro, I was like that, but like music is so fucking expensive. So the reason I went to the refineries was so I can pay for music. And I was a pipe fitter helper, and I was making like 22 an hour. I worked like 60-hour weeks, so my check was like 14 around there. And everything, music. I didn't have a fucking dollar in my account. It was music, 24/7 music. So this shit is expensive to get going. People always like make it seem like money's not a big part of it. Money's a fucking huge part of finding success in music.
And once you start thinking about it, you start thinking mics, and you're like, okay, I'm not going cheap, because cheap quality always costs money.
When you first started, did you used to rent out like a studio for yourself, or did you just pretty much start it off like all the way from the ground up, like
like us?
Like us, pretty much.
So. I started from the ground up, but I have like an obsessive personality. If I like something, I have to be great at it, and I don't let myself be less. So I started off, the whole reason I got into music was my cousin Alex. He would rap. He was fucking good, bro. Freestyle for however long, like he wouldn't stop. I wasn't good like that. And they invited me to the studio once in a closet, and then their friends were all good, and I fucking sucked. And I was like, I didn't like how that felt. And then I kept practicing, and then the group split up. Everybody just had kids, moved on. So I bought all the studio equipment, and I was like, nah, bro, I'm going to get good at this. And then I record myself in my bedroom, record, and then I went to Barron Studios. And then after that, it was just history, bro.
Fucking studios are expensive, man.
Hell yeah. Bro, people trip on that shit. But I'm like, bro, what the fuck do you think A-list artists pay for the studio time?
Yeah, this shit's expensive.
When they record
It's
albums,
a lot of money.
They're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to record that album, and it sounds good as fuck.
Yeah, I have a buddy he's a producer. Man, Authentic.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he's been killing it. I'll show you some afterwards, but man, dude's killing it. And I just asked him, like, because his dad used to, the Sharpstown Mall, there's a club there, and his dad used to own all the equipment and rent it out to them. And it just stuck with him, dude. We used to DJ everywhere. We actually traveled all the way to Tyler, Texas to perform for a radio station.
Yeah.
And dude, it's no joke. I think, when I started DJing, I fucking spent $2,000 in one day just to get equipment. And that was basic. That was basic, man. Like, just this little setup, dude, it's expensive.
Well, my studio sounds like $100 an hour at like Barron Studios, so it's like, and to me, like, I'm at the point now where like I don't really care. I got to take my time to make it right, because I can drop something like I have songs with 2 million streams and I have songs with 10,000 streams, but like what's gonna separate that is the fucking quality of it.
Yeah.
So if I try to rush that shit and fuck it, I can't pay for that, then I'll stick at the 2,000. I'll stick at the 10,000 streams. If I put in the extra work, make sure it's perfect, I'll spend 4 hours on one song. $400 just to record one song, not even mix it.
What's the longest time you've spent in the studio?
In the studio, I mean, we have like 8-hour days. That's the max I let it go, because, I mean, for the engineer's sake, like, you gotta eat, you gotta sleep. You know what I mean? So the longest I let it go is 8 hours. But I mean, when I was doing albums, we would do like maybe like a 4-hour every other day, or 8-hour every 2 days. Like, I'm a workhorse, bro. I'll crank it.
Once you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't lose that momentum once you're going.
But I mean, still, I got that. I've always been like that, and also like being at the refineries, work 10-hour days. Like, you get used to like pushing your body. So like,
are you a morning person?
I had to be.
I think everyone learns, bro. Like I used to do concrete growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like no matter what, you gotta push through it.
You wake up and you're like, fuck.
Yeah,
nah, bro, I should go back to sleep. And then you're like, nah.
And then there's days too where it's like you don't even get a chance to eat either.
Yeah.
It's like you're just trying to push through, and you're like, nah, I gotta finish.
Hell yeah.
Did you ever like want to call quits?
I did. So, well, nah, because I knew my goal, but like I did quit at some point, and I told everybody I was gonna quit. And bro, I don't know if like y'all religious background, but the whole reason I quit was just because like shit got really bad in my life. And I had a prayer, and I was like, God, like if I'm doing the wrong thing, let me know. Like if I'm not meant to do music, let me know, because I could spend more time at the plants. I'll go ahead and get my house. I'll just live the normal life. But if I'm meant to do this, let me know, because I'm in a crossroads and I've been doing this for a minute. And the next day, bro, at the refinery, early in the mornings, you said you worked refineries, right?
Yep.
You know how like the first hour, you don't really do shit. You know, everyone's getting their safety forms filled out before you can work. So, you know, the plant's quiet. Everyone's just walking around, shooting the shit,
ass.
talking. Yeah. So somebody wanted to show off. It was a scaffold builder. So he climbed all the way up to like probably like 80 feet, 80, 100 feet, and he started working before the permit. So we're just sitting here like nobody even knows. I don't even know. So first hour, no one expects anyone to work because you're not supposed to. He's trying to get ahead on his job. And I'm walking, and I walk by some people that are looking up, and I don't think nothing of it. But a few seconds later, I was like, what are they looking at? So I look up, a fucking piece of flooring with a steel footing fell all the way up right in front of me and cracked the concrete. Just
Damn.
And I was like, I stopped and I looked at the people. It was a crane operator and some other people, and they looked at me, and I was like shocked. But they started looking around to see, did anybody see it? Did safety see it? Nobody saw it. They instantly jumped up and red taped the whole area.
Oh shit.
And I was like, you know, you're not supposed to go through red tape. So they red taped it, and I went up to safety, and I was like, hey, that fucking piece of flooring almost killed me. And he's like, how is that? It's taped off red. And I was like, it wasn't though. He's like, no, if it almost hit you, you must have walked somewhere where you weren't supposed to be.
Oh.
And I was like,
damn.
I looked at him, I was like, don't do that. I was like, straight up, don't do that. That wasn't taped off, and your people are trying to cover this shit up, and that's fucked up. And he was like, he said, I'll let safety know.
Well,
Luckily,
was there ever like a recording or anything?
so here's the thing. He was safety, and he said, I'll let safety know. Bitch, you're safety. Anyways, the fucking, you know, the top people that hired the contractors, luckily they were having a meeting with all the companies. So they didn't say shit. They tried to cover it up. I told my foreman, and my foreman literally said, hey, bro, just chill. I was like, what you mean? He's like, just don't make a scene. Just chill. They're going to fire you. I don't give a fuck. Bro, they had a meeting. There's like everyone there. Americans talking. And then at the end, they're just like, hey, if anybody wants to share anything, let me know. Anyone speak up. Anyone. And my friend's nudging me. He's like, you got to tell him. You got to tell him. And I was like, nah, bro, it's like a fucking movie. I was like, nah, I'm not going to say shit, bro. He's like, no, you got to tell him. Fuck it. I stood up. I was like, hey, I want to speak. Like, yeah, sure, come up here. They made a big deal. They're trying to be friendly and shit. They said, come up here. What do you do? Oh, I'm a pipe fitter helper. Cool. What do you want to say to motivate us today? I said, I was walking in the morning before safety forms were filled out, and I almost got crushed by a piece of steel by a worker that wasn't supposed to be working.
Oh shit.
It was just quiet. Nobody said. He thought I was about to be like, oh, I love it here.
he's that guy say, hey, anybody got any motivation to show up to work?
Don't work.
You give him that speech, you're like,
I almost died.
God damn it.
So it
don't
got
show up
quiet.
anymore.
I kept going. I said, look, my dad's worked in this plant his whole life. I only said I was going to be here for 6 months, but because somebody else, I would have died in these plants. My dad's never had an incident, and I would have been his son that he put in this job, and you got me hurt. On my 6th month, I'm supposed to quit next month and go pursue my life. You would have killed me. And then I just kept going. I kept going. I was like, everybody got kids in this plant, and you all act like there's no danger, but in the back of the mind, you know something could happen. And I was like, I would have been that. I was walking. If I would have took a few more steps, you would have killed me. And my dad would have known that he got me a job that killed me.
Damn.
Yeah.
And one of the workers was tearing up. Of course, they pulled me to the side. Hey, where did this happen at? Where did this happen in the fucking, our turn? Fucking, oh, you got to cut that out. But they pulled me, the company I was working for pulled me, and they're like, hey, man, you come sit in our office, man. We want to talk to you. And I was like, yeah, I know you want to fucking talk to me. And they sat down. Are you good? Are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm good.
Fucking alive. That's
I
what
said, I'm good. What do you want to eat? We're going to go pick it up for you. What do you want? What do you want?
Shit.
And I'm like,
Oh, they don't want to report
I said, bro,
an incident.
I want to go home. No, you're fine. Just chill. We got you. They brought me some Subway. Talked to the fucking head guy. And then the next day I came back. He goes, you can stay here as long as you need. Just in my office. You don't even got to be in the plants. Okay. The next day I called the lawyer. I said, bro, I'm not stupid. Y'all think I'm a dumbass.
That's the
I'm
best
young.
option you could have done, bro.
The lawyer said, hey, we
Get the lawyer.
can't help you unless you have any documentation. So you need to go to their therapist because every plant provides you with a therapist. I don't know if y'all know that plants have their own plant therapist.
They do?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Damn, dude. Why didn't you tell me? I could have gone to the therapist. I had to deal with fucking Kyle.
If you get a therapist, then you can go to a lawyer and say, I got therapy for something that happened.
Damn, dude.
So I went and I was like, I need to see a therapist. And he's like, why? You could talk to me. I was like, nah, I need to see a therapist. No, we'll just talk here. We'll talk here. And then he would not let me. He said, look, why do you need a therapist? What's going on? He agreed to let me go and give me paid time off for the rest of the year.
Damn.
For the rest of the year?
Bro, for the rest of it. He said, we're going to lay you off. It's going to say in documentation that you were you're laid off. You weren't fired. We can give you unemployment. We can give you this and that.
Look, that's how you know when a big company is like, they know they're fucked. When they try to give you some type of little...
Bro, yes, he said we're gonna make sure you get a lot of unemployment. And I was like, okay. Because the thing is, I don't give if I would have sued them and tried to fight that, it would have took years. Yep. But me, I just remembered back. Oh, I just prayed and I just said, if I'm supposed to be doing this, let me know. If I'm not. And God answered my prayer instantly, next day. So I was like, oh, that's my sign. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to run with it. And I'm not going to try to make this bigger than it is. You're going to make sure that you're going to give me money to keep going. We're going to do that. And I'm going to go chase it. And still nothing happened for like another like year and a half. But it projected me. It kept going. And yeah, that was just a crazy ass moment. Fuck them people.
So I seen your TikTok. Did your next tattoos come before or after?
It came before. And that, like... that's why when I'm there, they see a young guy with neck tattoos, they just think I'm a fuck up. So that's why they just talking to me like crazy. And then when I reply to them with shit like, I need to see a lawyer or I'm going to talk to Satan, they're just like, what the fuck?
Where'd this come from?
Go,
they didn't expect that from you. That's why.
Go make the pipe fit, bro. Like, chill out.
Go make the pipe.
Yeah, they're like, bro, go carry the tools. Like...
But I was like, God damn it, so many refineries in Texas,
Yeah, it was Texas City, bro. Damn, bro.
That's fucking crazy.
I know, it was bad. And the funny thing is, I got the phone number to the head of...
Oh, do you?
I have his phone number. That's a weird flex.
Once you get to that point, you know you have him right at the ball.
That's what I'm saying. And
say what?
He called me by accident like last year.
Did he?
Because somebody had a similar name to me.
Okay.
And they were fixing his car. He's like, hey, hello, this is so-and-so on my vehicle. And I was like, nah, this is Daniel. This is the one that almost got killed in your plant. That's exactly how I said it. And he just, again, dead quiet. He goes, how you been? I was like, all right, bro, have a good day.
He's like, fuck, what you went out there, all y'all?
He said, God damn, bro, you're gonna give me now? Fuck.
You been holding on this long?
I know. If I would have called him back at that moment, he would have probably been like, oh, he's been building a case for this long. I'm fucked.
Yeah, that's why he got real quiet too.
Yeah.
Nah, but you brought up a good point, bro. Like, a lot of people go to work not expecting nothing to happen. We were, you remember, I don't know if you were here during the time where that scaffold fell in downtown?
I don't know.
So a week before that, we were working right here on Kirby, and some Hispanic guys got contracted to come from Mexico to do their windows and stuff.
Yeah.
And the guy they were installing windows, and one of the scaffold pieces came off the roof from the 13th floor, bro. Fell straight to the ground.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because the people that were working with him, they're like, you know what? We got to keep working. Like, we can't just stop. He's like, dude, your coworker's dead on the ground. And he goes, man, we have to, man. We're going to get fired. I was like,
man,
fuck that shit, man.
You don't tell them the story about the one you told me last week from Eleazar?
Yeah, no. We brought it up in the podcast last week that this coworker of ours they were getting to work, and there was a guy walking out of work. Yeah. And he didn't have a hard hat. He didn't have a hard hat, and
that's fucking dumb.
They were sending him home, but my coworker told him, I have an extra one in the car. You could go back to work. Like, you'll be all right. Goes back to work, come back in lunch, find out the guy fell from the roof, killed himself.
So whose fault was that?
At that point I don't know. I mean, but that guy he was blaming himself for making him come back. But then you think about it, when it's your turn, dude. Like,
you just never know. you got lucky enough, like you said, you know, you pray to God and everything, telling you that if this is the right path that you had to choose, well, that was your sign, you know.
Bro, I jumped, and everyone at the plant was like, "All right, we'll see you next month."
So you're a big religious believer, or?
Yeah, bro, God is like a big part of my faith, and like it's weird because like I'm not like tied into
Religion?
Yeah, I'm not tied into like
The whole strict rules and
yeah,
everything.
like Catholicism, Christianity, because
You just believe in, like,
church
in a
has never
higher
treated
power,
me right,
pretty
bro. The church has never treated me right, and you know, after I got neck tattoos and started just living differently, like they wouldn't shake my hand type shit. Like even right here at the church down in New Hope down the street, they wouldn't even shake my hand, bro. Like people just treated me badly, so I was like, man, this ain't the place for me. So I just got my own path, my own faith. Try to be the best version of myself, and I think that's good enough.
Yeah, we went through some things. Why the fuck is my mic so low?
No, I mean to chime in on that. I know a couple people who they're truck drivers. You know, they go across thing for the. Dang, why are you lowering my mic?
I don't want to listen to you.
Yeah, no, I know a couple of people who do cross country. You know, they're truck drivers and everything. You know, that's their money. And I remember them saying that they were, you know, as the years go by, a lot of like hardcore Catholics will give them shit like, how come you don't go to church on Sunday? Well, because I'm working, I'm on the road. But I mean, while they're on the road, they're always saying their prayers and everything. They're always, you know, believing in a higher power and all that. I mean, you don't have to always go to church. You just got to always believe, and there's always something out there for you.
My personal outlook is like, even if somebody doesn't believe in God or whatever they do, as long as I feel like somebody's trying to be the best version of themselves and is trying to treat people like great and be a better person in society, I don't see a problem with shit. Because I know a lot of people try to force beliefs down people's throats, and it's like you can't do that to people. Yeah. Like, I mean, think about how like your parents will talk to you when they try to force you to do shit. You instantly reject it, like, nah, fuck that, and then it just leaves a sour taste in your mouth. You never want to do the shit they told you to do, even years down the road. So I think as long as someone's being like their best version of themselves, and then I share my story, I feel like I'm doing my job.
Yeah, we went through some stuff too when when me and my wife got together. We went through, I fucking had a minor heart attack. We lost a baby. We were about to be homeless, and my faith was gone for a bit, bro. Like,
dude, I was your only coworker at the time.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. Like, my whole face was like paralyzed.
He was my foreman at the time, and he had to take a time off because like he had a whole mini heart attack and everything. And
I just lost faith. Like, I didn't believe in none of that stuff. I was like, you know what? Like, why is this happening to me? And yeah. I kept asking myself, why? I never stopped to think, like, to say thank you, because it slowed me down. And just recently, one of my coworkers, I asked him, like, hey, dude, how can I pray? Or how can I get close to him, you know? Because same thing, like, I can't get into religion. Like, it's not that I don't believe in religion. It's just that I think every religion is just spread. It's the same people we pray to. The same person, my bad, that we pray to is just, everybody has a different way to spread it. And the same thing happened to me where I just had to stop, and I stopped by the cross that's right here in this church. Yeah. I think it's New Hope it's called.
Yeah, New Hope.
I stopped and I just sat there, dude, and I just bawled my eyes out. I'm like, dude, like, give me a sign, man. Like, what do I need? Am I doing something wrong? And it was during the time I was doing photography, and I posted a picture. Dude, that picture blew up 2,000 likes in a couple hours. Oh, like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, let me know. Like, what am I supposed to? And I just knew media or something around this spectrum was for me. I just didn't know what it was.
Everyone has their purpose, and once you know deep inside of you, you feel like this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, for you, it's music. For you, it might be media, you know? Like, you just got to keep going. If it feels good and you know it's good, you just got to do it.
To have that experience, a lot of people would never do. Whenever that call and response moment, I need a sign, and you get shown something, a lot of people don't have that experience. When I used to share this story a lot with people, and they'll always be like, bro, I prayed for years and nothing's ever shown me shit. So I was like, I feel like people like that have a specific, not opportunity, they have a obligation to share something, because you have some kind of gift, you have some kind of connection that a lot of people do not have. Whenever you have that, it's like, bro, there's people that pray their whole lives for a sign or for something and just never feel it, never see it, and they just kind of hope.
And that's the thing, hope. A lot of people hope. They just hope. They don't have faith in what they believe in. A lot of people have goals. They just, for example, you were at the point where you wanted to give up, right? But you didn't. And a lot of people give up right when they're going to make it. And that sucks because you just don't know. Why don't you just keep going? Whether it's a small part of your life or not, just keep going.
It's just like the idea was more like you never know whenever it's your time, you know. Right now you might be praying all your life. You might be young praying all your life, but you don't know if maybe within the next couple years, 5, 10 years, next thing you know, you'll blow up, like you said, you know. You'll become successful. You'll start chasing your dream, everything that you always wanted to accomplish.
Yeah, but at the same time, and it really it's gonna sound fucked up, but also this life isn't for everybody.
It's not.
So there's a large percentage of people that are chasing the shit. You probably won't see them make it. So it's fucked. But I probably got like another 10 minutes in me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So whatever y'all want to touch on.
I mean, for now, I guess, what do you have going on? Anything you want to tell to the people that are listening? Somebody that doesn't know your name? Album coming out, something?
No, man. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself. Up my quality, up my consistency, and be like some kind of beacon of hope for people that are chasing something bigger than themselves. So that's all I'm about. So it's nothing more simple, more.
Any future artists you're looking to collab with?
I don't. No, not really. I mean, I have a lot of dreams, but like
At a time, pretty much.
My music's so personal. It's hard to collaborate with people about a very specific situation that happened about me.
Do you have any questions like between me and Jay? You could bring up anything.
Anything, bro.
Yeah, I
don't jerk off or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I used to work with him, and like when we used to work together, I used to call him what was it? Cotorro.
Cotorro, I talk to everybody, bro.
He would not shut the hell up.
Oh, not really, man. I'm just.
Yeah, I'm glad he came out here, bro. Not a lot of artists do this for small time, podcasters, but I really appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
and I appreciate you letting me play Fortnite. I'm surprised you play Fortnite with me. Dude, you're a fucking beast.
Bro, we all regular people, bro.
Everyone's got to have their fun.
They pretend like they not. They all regular people.
I do have one question that I want to ask you. Like, what's your favorite thing to do? Like, let's say you got free time, you had nothing to do, and I don't know. Like, for me personally, I like to maybe go to a bar and just have a beer by myself. Just have a good time. I don't gotta talk to nobody. I just want to sit down, relax. What's your thing?
I either play Apex or I watch Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. Oh, big entrepreneur here.
That's it, bro. It's literally like if I'm in my cozy vibes, I'm either gonna play the game or I'm gonna watch some TV.
Hey, but I mean that's good though. You get to develop your mind. I was gonna say develop your mind when it comes to Shark Tank and all that stuff. You just gotta think business,
That's about it.
You got big investments?
We're
big stock market guys here, man.
I got my little brother stock investing, so he's doing well.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we got shit going on, bro. But my biggest investment right now is my time.
Yeah. What's your social security? No. Hey, no, we appreciate you coming out, bro. We'll let you go. That way we're not pushing you out. I'm not kicking you out, man. I love you having you here. Trust me, I can have you here all night, man.
Do you want my social security?
Sure. I don't have one.
You're gonna get shit out of it. If anything, you're gonna get some debt.
Yeah, well, I'm always down to have a conversation. So whenever next time comes, unfortunately, we gotta go. We got other things we got going on.
No, for sure, dude.
For sure, bro. Well, thank you, Kringe.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No, appreciate it.
Shit, I feel like that went pretty well. Kind of nervous, but I think that podcast was pretty well.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, man. How you feel, Eddie?
No, I feel good. It was pretty good to listen to someone who already has a type of career, something going on for them. Something pretty big, that a lot of people don't expect, especially like on a deep inside, a little bit something more like generic questions that they will get asked.
Yeah, we try to keep it as clean as possible. Trying to, make it as good as possible for you guys. It is kind of late for us, so we're gonna end it here. And appreciate you guys for listening. Hopefully you guys like it. If y'all do, please subscribe, leave a comment below. We'll try to put this on Spotify as well. I've been having kind of issues trying to post it on there, but we should be good, man. But hey, appreciate it. Thank you, Eddie, for coming out. Thank Kringe for coming out.
You already know. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can direct that to Jay. All right.
All right, man. You guys, thank you.
All right. Thank you.